I got everything I need at my house. I don't need a hall pass.
No. Every time I get to a corner and I see somebody doing a famous Baltimore gangster lean.
We outside.
Yes, indeed. The Shot Podcast, Summertime Quickies is still in full effect. I think this. Well, I'm not gonna say it might be the last, but it is what it is. We got the top three again as usual. We got Big Hutch. We got Big Sharp. How y'all doing this week?
Hello. How you doing? Hello.
Big Six, the 360 King.
Yes, indeed.
Hey.
Yes, indeed. Anyways, what's been going on? What's been going on? We ain't seen you in a while, Hutch. What's up?
Streets of the great ghetto streets of America. I'm just chilling, man.
Okay.
School year started and
I see. Can I get you to talk up a little bit though? But I see everybody's posting.
Yeah, can you hear me? Can you all hear me out there?
We can hear you, but it's light.
Can you hear me?
It's light.
I ride with air conditioning.
Oh,
I don't
get
know how
it.
people don't ride with air conditioning. So the air conditioning blowing. I don't know how people be out here not with the air conditioning on. But yeah, the school year started and we trying to get into the groove, man. We trying to get into the groove. It's the first 3 days of school for Baltimore City, Baltimore County, Howard County, PG County, and Arundel. I believe Arundel. No, not Arundel. Arundel next week. But for the main parts of this great state of Maryland, we started school on the 26th. We're going to do 5 days, have a 3-day weekend, and then we'll be officially back into the swing of things starting September the 2nd. So right now, no, I'm not taking any registrations. I'm good where I'm at with the ones who I have. I'm trying to knock some off. Other than that, just, living life. We only have one life out here. And if y'all ain't living it to the best of your ability, I don't know what is wrong with y'all.
I hear that. Well,
yes,
while Hutch is trying to cut people,
yes,
if you have a party and you need a 360, I'll at me. I'll take them all.
Yeah, we in a different range. We in a different lane. So yeah, you can take all them parties. I'm trying to cut some kids back. What's up, Sharpie? What's going on?
Nothing much. Just preparing myself, get ready to take me a little short vacation. So
where you about to go?
I'm going to go to Texas for a few days and hang out and go to the game and just do me for a minute. That's about it.
This is Texas. We on hold on. Okay.
Yeah, I gotta learn to dance.
State of Texas. What part of Texas you going to? Texas is very big. Texas is one of them states where it's like it can take you like 3-4 hours to get to another part of Texas.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna start off in Houston and then wherever I go from there.
Is this a solo trip?
Huh?
Solo trip?
Nah. Going with it's a group of people who we kind of all hang out together. So we're gonna do the crew thing. Just kind of have a good time, kick it up in Texas for a little week, a week and so. A week and a couple of days.
Wear your sunscreen.
I'm not looking forward. I don't do good in the hot weather, but money already paid, so I'm just gonna hang tough.
Okay.
Texas weather different.
Yeah,
sir.
I already know. I don't even want to think about it. I know I don't do Jamaica well, but hopefully I'll do better in Texas.
Jamaica and Texas is two different things.
Yeah,
I'm just talking about like the humidity.
Yeah, they two different things.
It's a little moist in Jamaica, but Texas, that's a dry heat.
Yeah, that's why I said I don't know. we'll see. Maybe
Keep your water bottle with you.
Yeah. So I'm just I'm burnt out a little bit. I just need me a little break.
You sound it. You sound,
I'm actually still at work now, so
uh,
it's the first time y'all caught me still at work.
I know.
I'm still
Usually
at work
you
too.
in the car.
I'm still
Nah.
working too. Always working.
But forget it. I'm working too.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. So what's going
Then.
on? What's going on? Six, the man with the plan.
I'm just trying to figure out how to make some moves. Um, got a couple things lined up, like a couple good parties coming up, but I got to start getting them Halloween parties in and Christmas parties and Thanksgiving and all that stuff in between. So if you know somebody who knows something, do something about it. But you know,
I think I should have a
besides
Christmas
all
party
that,
again.
did y'all watch the Tyrese interview?
Nope.
All right. What about you, Sharp Lady? No.
I didn't see it. I
All
heard
right.
about it,
Well,
but I ain't see it. But you can
yeah.
tell us. Listen,
I mean, I'll tell y'all bits and pieces. It was a good interview, but I mean, he came out and said some real things that you just got to be grown up to truly understand. And when I say grown up, you really got to be mentally prepared and mentally ready to be a grown person. So one of the things that he did was, I guess he was talking about his watch. He took it off. Said, "Oh, this is fake." He took off his bracelet. It was like,
I saw
"Oh,
that part.
$28 from Amazon." And
Mm-hmm.
he was just basically like saying like, yo, why do I do I don't need to have all this stuff for people to think that I'm cool or respect me, basically. Like he's like, it's no point in having a $250,000 bracelet that shines just like this $28 bracelet. Then you mess around and you leave it on your coffee table or on your nightstand, and the cleaners come and now your bracelet missing. They talking about, we don't know what happened to your bracelet. I don't know what you're talking about. Next thing you know, she retiring.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? Like that
But
is
not to cut you off, right? But don't you do you all feel like it's only our community that has to feel? And I'm talking about from millionaires all the way down to brokies. It's our community that only has to stunt for the world to see something. We gotta have nice cars, big house. Even if a house ain't big, apartment, our apartment gotta be laced. We gotta have this jewelry, that jewelry. It's only us. This is why.
one thing
Look
I
at.
will say
Did,
though.
did you see? Did you see? The interview they did with Why was it an interview? You know the little Instagram thing when they be going up people like, how much is your drip? And they had Adam Sandler on there, and basically he was like, "Fuck it, I just got up and just put this shit on. Like it is what it is."
But there are also other communities that do it, but it's like nothing. They do it differently. Like, yo, the Asian community, heavy on name brands.
Yeah, they are.
But
They have your main brands, but they name brands is more like Supreme and shit like just when they can throw a pair of jeans on and just like it's like whatever.
yeah,
We gotta
they
be
are.
like
So I mean, but they also like a lot of Balenciaga. Like when I was in California
you're
and I
right.
was going to different stores, they was heavy in it, but it was like nothing to them. It wasn't like a big deal. It was like, oh, okay, I'm going to buy a shirt. Where we bringing cameras in, it got to say the name everywhere. I don't. I feel like that is a sort of a mental warfare that we picked up somewhere down the line that somebody did to us, and we're like, we got to show everybody we made it. We got to show this. We got to do that. But and it's funny because I feel like sometimes I'll be stuck in the middle. Like my mind says you don't want to do that, but then when some other crab or on the barrel or some other person step to you or say something, now you're forced to feel like you got to show them that person. So it's like it's hard, man. it's like you know how when they be talking about you got the devil on this shoulder and God on this shoulder, and they just be talking. It's like one of those things where they be like, "Oh, you gotta wear this and that." Like when you watch certain shows, and especially our shows. Like if you ever watch Love and Hip Hop Atlanta, these people got the names everywhere. It's almost like it's not. It looked cool to somebody who ain't got it, but it's like that joint ain't cool. Yo. It's kind of corny actually when you think about it. But I mean, uh, it's I'm not gonna say it's a waste of money. It's definitely perception, but you have to ask yourself: are you also leaving something to your children or the next generation? So I mean, it's definitely a rock and a hard place, but you know, this is life, and I guess you get a chance to figure it out. And by the time you figure it all out, as I said earlier in life, it's over.
Well, I mean, I think that people just don't think that far. Like, a lot of people just live for the day. And, if they like, if I can get through this day, then so be it. I deal with tomorrow and tomorrow. But they don't really think about that. You probably always should be thinking as far ahead as you possibly can. But
Facts.
yeah, but I don't know. I'm so like kind of torn about people and their thoughts right now because I done seen some weird stuff recently.
Mm.
Real weird.
Weird,
Unexpected stuff. Huh?
weird like what?
You name it, I've seen it. Like, I'm not used to, one, I'm not used to kids fighting their parents and um, so that's like kind of just totally blowing me.
That's
Parent,
definitely a phase.
huh?
It happens.
Yeah. But I'm
I,
talking about like fighting where, like beating down, choking out, like
oh
type
yeah,
that.
nah, that ain't cool at
Yeah.
all.
Yeah. I've, like I've in this week alone, I've had 3 people to tell me of an incident of a child choking their parent out to the point where like they were close to death. Like I've never known that. Like, of course you argue with your parents or you might get a little sassy, but this like, really trying to treat your parent like they are like somebody on the street that you don't know. That's not,
Yeah,
I
that's
don't,
not cool at all. I don't
yeah,
know what you on or what you thinking, but if you see your parent, they obviously trying to take care of you in some type of way.
right.
You know what I'm
And
saying?
then
It's a lot of people who ain't got no parent. It's a lot of people who would do anything to bring their parent back.
sure. I mean, because I know I miss my dad, and so I would give anything to have him right now. So that, that's just kind of like really just taking me to a whole nother place. I feel like in general, um, the sense of entitlement has just gotten like rocket big. Um,
Yeah,
people walking around like you supposed to or you are, or just the fact that they don't even ask. Is that's just to me like it was there, but now it's just like elevated. It's on a whole nother level.
it could be Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, and
Well,
yo, a lot of people gotta get to know that a lot of this stuff is fake.
as far as their personalities that they present,
No, as far as like the things that
What?
they see in social media,
oh, of course.
like these people renting these cars out and people gets gassed up like, oh, you seen such and such with this and that. I mean, rap videos definitely is part of the blame. Our whole community just be, I don't know. I mean, it probably started a long time ago when the first person drove a Cadillac. Everybody's like, oh, he got a Cadillac. And from there, we just eyes bulls wide open and like, gotta have this, gotta have this.
Well, can you hear me?
Yeah,
Mhm,
So I also feel like, okay, you remember like the show like Good Times.
mhm.
Those things are really real. Like you had people in the projects in the ghetto, they might have called it, who may have moved on to, let's say, middle class or, a house. What was the play? What was the play? I forgot the play with Sidney Poitier. And
Raising in the Sun.
there you go.
Hmm.
And remember how they left the ghetto and they went and bought a house, and the son was gambling the money or whatever, alcoholic or whatever case may be. Our community is already, we're so against each other. You got dark skin, you got brown skin, you got high yellow, you got yellow. We against each other already. Then they put us against each other. You know, so now we got to be out here stunting. So what Tyrese did, I feel like he ain't the only one.
Nah.
He ain't
No,
the
of
only one
course
wearing
not.
fake jewelry. He ain't the,
T-Pain
he ain't
did
the
it.
only
He
one
talked
doing that.
about it.
Huh?
I said T-Pain talk about it.
Right. But my thing is, when you got a guy, Bill Gates or, one of these Caucasian guys who walking around with holes in their shoes or older Converses, some beat up jeans and a nice little sweater, bank account fat as hell, kids is taken care of. You know what I'm saying? Even the celebrities that are in the black community, yeah, their kids might be taken care of, but how many of them kids is blowing their parents' money up too? And might
Yeah.
not be leaving it for the grandkids or the great grandkids.
I mean, look at Diddy's kids. They
Right.
just blowing money like it's nothing. But I guess maybe he thought it would never be a time where he ain't gonna be making money like that. But it's gonna be sad to see the moment when he don't have much money.
So,
He made some good choices and some bad choices. I feel like they say he pays Sting $2,000 a day
What?
because he used a sample from "Missing You," and Sting did not approve that. So when Sting did not approve that, they went to court, and they come up with is he got to pay $2,000 a day. I mean, that's crazy.
You might as well sell the record. I think when you start to see things auctioning off, it probably be silent auctions, but this is the world of social media. Everybody's gonna know.
Was it?
That guy's hit rock bottom.
Well,
Yeah.
that's what's gotta happen. People don't change until they get humility.
Yeah.
But
And
and I think that's where Tyrese is. It's like he's even the part like I didn't see like again social media shows you clips of this, clip of that. When he said he was younger and his mother made him and his siblings do like maybe a dog and pony dance show when they went to the welfare office. You know what I'm saying? So just to get some welfare, he's like, yeah, that's my first acting gig.
Mm.
You know, and it's just like we as a community have gone through so much. We've gone through so much. I'm always the first to say we don't have to do the Black History Month and BET. I always say that because I feel that way. I feel like they just give us a bone and we good with that. You know what I'm saying? We good with Black History Month. We good with BET, TD1. While the Jewish community, they getting theirs. The Native American community, they getting theirs. But we always
Yeah.
the ones who all we want to do.
They must be censoring Hutch. They cut him off in the middle. When he about to say some prolific stuff, they cut him
yeah,
off.
he got cut off. But I think what his point was that he was trying to make was that um the Jewish people keep it all in the family. They know how to recircle their money before it leaves out the community multiple times. And I think we're stuck. We haven't learned how to do that yet.
I
So
think that we starting to make strides at it, but
mm,
we not high enough to make strides at it. Like when somebody approaches you and like, "Hey, you want to put your money in a black bank?" You be like, let me see what it do in a couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to a non-black bank or another kind of bank. People like, I mean, ain't nobody questioning Bank of America. You know what I mean? And
Right.
like,
I mean,
and that's been done, like financial stuff, like in our community has been done a lot of times, but I don't think they ever really passed like the rush card.
mm-hmm.
I don't know people who was getting the rush card. You know what I'm saying?
I forgot all about that till you just say
I
something
mean,
like
it
that.
felt like this, but this the thing though, the way you market it, like they market it on our channels, like, oh, you gotta have the rush card, and then they got the dude with the baggy jogging suit, like, yeah, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You'd be like, as opposed to a regular Bank of America commercial, like, hey, finance your car, da, da, da. But I
Right.
guess some of those things felt like it wasn't gonna work out.
Well, yeah, and then the thing is that a lot of times, and I think, for anybody who's ever patronized a black business, sometimes their level of frustration comes with one, sometime, and I'm not saying this is all business owners, because a lot of black owned businesses are responsible, they're respectable and all of the above. But you got some that, they really do jack their prices up extremely higher. Um, they don't get good customer service, and then when you complain or you say something about, the service, it's like, well, if you don't like it, it's this kind of like smart, brush you off type of attitude. And I'm not saying that all black owned businesses are like that, but you do have some, and those some set a bad reputation. So that's why people are very scary about, going, because the reputation has kind of preceded the business.
So let me ask you that. Since you're saying that, right?
Hmm.
Why do we always have to say black owned business? Why we can't never say small business? I never say black owned business. I always say small business. I don't consider myself a black owned business. I'm a small businessman. And I hate the fact that we always got a black owned business. It's like we always have to throw the black in front of anything that we do. And it's
I
like
think
crazy to me that we always it like and it'll get us nowhere. And as soon as something like, okay, like as far as business go, as soon as something don't go nobody's way, oh, I ain't supporting that black owned business anymore. But it's not about the black owned business, it's about the people who run the business. Me, I know I ain't perfect. I know I ain't perfect, but I know I give a lot away. I give a lot away that I know that if in my industry, if somebody called me and called another person, they're gonna charge them 5 times higher than I'm gonna charge them. But they're gonna come to me because they ain't getting that other person's high price. So I'm a good business person in the beginning, but let something go wrong. This is why I don't support black business now.
I
Well,
think
no,
oh,
go
go
ahead.
ahead.
Go ahead. No, I
Oh,
mean, and the reason why I use the term black owned and not necessarily small business, because there are small businesses that I support too, that, you know, they give you the best business. But then there's also a lot of times that I do specifically look for a black owned business because I want to do certain things certain way, and I feel like I'm going to get a better experience because of whatever the product line that I'm looking for. And so yes, sometimes I've been disappointed, sometimes I haven't been.
I will say that I use the term sometimes when it is like if I'm trying to benefit off of it for real. Like if I'm in this group and it seems like, hey, that's working, I'm gonna use it. Just like I ain't gonna lie. Sometimes I use a woman owned business. It's kind of like if I am part of that and I need to market it and that's what's popping. I've used it. It didn't. It was just wording to me, honestly. It's like, okay, well, I am black. and I do own a business. But I mean, ultimately, it truly is a small business.
Yeah, I mean it is, and you know, and you acknowledge it when you have to acknowledge it, and but like you know, either way, I'm just speaking about how reputations start and how one particular person can make it a downhill for others.
That is true. I will say so. I get you. There's been one person that I felt like I had an issue with, and they be posting all types of stuff, business, this, and that. Yeah, every time I see it, it makes me cringe. And I know that this person is a dirt bag, but I will say that his business probably can trump my business, so I can't say nothing because I don't want the raft of what he possibly could say. You know what I'm saying? And I mean, like we all know, sometimes your business is a popularity contest. You only okay. I give a prime example. You, we know this place that serves food. Now, truth of the matter, the food is mad mid. But you know what? These people was popular, and the popularity carried their business real far. And I don't know where it's at now because I feel like I left that circle. But these people was a big deal.
I'll tell you about a guy who I forgot his name. I think it's Chef. Matter of fact, his name is Chef Rock. And yeah, I say it. It is what it is. People, again, because you are a popular brand, people flock to him real heavy, and this shit ain't good. This shit ain't good at all. And
And
it is what it is.
so that also brings me to the next thing that I can talk about with this. That is the reason why people are mad at people like Keith Lee and Chime Time. They're not from these areas, and people are like, go to this person, and then they go to this person, and the food is really trash. So I mean, they don't have nothing to lose by keeping it real, as opposed to some people out here who have to deal with this type of stuff. You know what I'm saying? So I know the dude Keith Lee. He came to DC last week, and he had a horrible time. Everybody said on the news, this and that. It was so bad that they wasn't even naming restaurants that he went to because it was so bad. And I know this week he's heading to Baltimore. Well, he went to Baltimore, and as of yesterday, I think he went on like Sunday, and it was like he already said Baltimore food better than DC. But I mean, somebody's exposure can bring you the world of business, and it can kill your business at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean that's already known. You know you never know who and what you're serving. So if you are a small business, then you know you need to always step up because you never know who's going to visit you and who's
And
going
you need to seize your opportunity when that moment happens.
to. Mm-hmm.
It's like
Like,
And
I
what'd you say?
posted the other day, and I was saying, yo, when you a small business, you should definitely bring your best, bring your A game. I mean, if not bring your B game, but you know, so a guy that I use to wash my vans, you know, it's been many times, and I give people chances. All the time I give people chances. So you know, a lot of times he didn't show up. Okay, cool. So one day last week or the week before, I said to him, I need the vans washed Sunday the 24th. Now this was enough time for him to come. So he gonna say, "Oh, it's a deposit required." I said, "It's a deposit required. Why would I deposit when you've ducked me out plenty of times?" So he said to me, "Okay, well this is just so I can come." I said, "Well, I'll contact you on Saturday, 23rd." So I contacted him on Saturday. So he still was talking about the deposit. Okay, no problem. So I paid the deposit. Do you know Sunday the 24th, I'm sorry, the 25th, he comes and says, "Oh, I'm not going to come do it." I had other people lined up. So why would you take my deposit? You know you wasn't gonna do it. Oh, I had a call out. No, you give it to me. And as a small business owner, if you can't do it, because we don't hardly have staff. I have staff, yes, but a lot of small businesses don't have staff because they can't afford that. So if your staff calls out, that means that everybody will take care of. Whether you got to work all day, that's not my issue. So yeah, you
Yeah,
can go ahead my deposit back. But it's stuff like that. You know what I'm
and
saying?
that messes you up because now whenever if you need the van and it's still kind of dirty.
Exactly. So I'm
As a business owner, yo, I watched this one lady. She I ain't gonna say what she do because she gotta be giving away some stuff. But anyways, she was like, yo, I hired such and such and that, but if something happens, I'm willing to jump into whatever.
exactly. Today,
And and
today,
that's how it's gotta be.
yeah, today,
Like,
I had a driver who was on some bullshit. So guess what? Don't worry about it. I'll go out there. I'll go pick that child up. You know,
yeah,
I was late, but hey, I got to the child. But
yeah.
hey,
Shoot, I got a situation where I gotta find somebody, like one person for like a day or two.
yeah, at
So I'm like, shit.
the end of
But
the
you
day,
know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna get on my grind and figure it out.
right. At the end of the day, people got to understand if you're a small business owner, nobody's going to do the job like you. I was
Nope.
told that by my first client. Nobody is going to do the job like you're going to do the job.
Because it's just a job to them.
Yeah.
To you, it's everything. It's your opportunity.
Yep.
It's your lifestyle. But that just brings up another valid point is that, I think that sometimes people have to realize that when you sign on for something or a person hires you, you shouldn't take the mentality as just a job because you didn't have to go there. You could have went somewhere else. So you should look at it as that's your career or that's your professional craft or however you want to look at it.
But you gotta have the right mind state behind that. People don't have that grown up mind state. That's
Right.
why we still out here. Yo, I went to Forestville one day, right? And I was in the grocery store, and I just stood there, and I watch people's shoes. Dog, everybody came in with Jordans or something like it was ridiculous. And I'm like, these people just hopped off the bus. With it, some type of priority sometimes ain't right. It was like, yo, we rather spend money on this than doing what this is. And I mean, that comes down to bills too. Like sometimes people just be like, I'm gonna blow this money on this, and then I'm gonna pray for this.
Of course. That's why that's what I was saying. People go on vacation knowing they can't afford the vacation. If you can't afford it, I was looking at it was like a skit. It was like a skit, but they were saying they ain't going on vacation with certain people no more. How you go on vacation out of the country to Jamaica or wherever, and you only bring $100 with you? If you can't afford to go, it's okay. It'll be like no, we don't know the how long we gonna live, but God willing, it'll be another opportunity for you to go on that vacation.
Yeah.
People don't think like that. And I I I told y'all about me going on a vacation and the person went out the country with $130.
Cause they be thinking all inclusive, so they be like, "Oh, we just gonna stay at the hotel." But 9 times out of 10, when you get to the hotel, you only gonna spend a certain amount of time there, but you want to go somewhere and see the real world, and that's where the
Well,
cost comes in.
and I
And
got
then
At the
getting
end
cursed.
of
there,
the day,
Yeah,
there's nothing wrong with just staying on the resort. There's nothing wrong with staying on the resort.
well, I think you
But
can make $130 last on the resort if you just stay
of
there.
course,
right.
you
But you
stay on
can't
the
make
resort.
$130 last on a boat. You
Oh
can't do
no,
that.
because the
No.
gratuity
Right. And
off
that's what I'm
top.
saying. And I got cursed out because I refused to basically sit and not do nothing because that person didn't bring any money with them.
But they still got a gratuity every day, no matter what.
Oh,
Yep.
I ain't been on no boat.
Yeah. Well, you know, or since we're down in the ground with news, so I know y'all heard that this weekend Mariah Carey lost her mother and her sister in the same day.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow. No, I
I
didn't
don't
hear that.
I didn't know I don't know how they died, but I mean, yo, if that's not one knockout punch, you hear your mama die, and then you hear your sister die, like
Yeah, they
man,
said
that put me down for a minute.
Yeah.
they was both sick.
They both got
Wow.
sick.
They was both sick at the same time.
Yeah.
Oh man.
I mean, I went to a funeral last month where a person lost their mother on a Thursday and their father on a Sunday,
Mm,
and I didn't even see how they was still sitting there. Like I'd have been on the floor.
yeah.
So
So I don't know if y'all. So I'm heavy into YouTube. Like I will watch YouTube before I watch TV. There is a comedian. I think his name is like Ali Sadiq or something like that. Have y'all ever heard of him?
Mm-mm.
Yo,
no.
I suggest y'all go watch him. He is funny as hell. So he got his like he be telling about these jail stories,
Hmm.
and I know I know y'all probably can relate. But I mean, I sat there and watched like 4 hours of his stuff. He got like this one story called "The Mexicans Have on Boots," and that joint funny as hell. So basically, I guess he went to jail for the first time, right? And people was walking around like, "Hey, the Mexicans got on boots," and he was just trying to figure out what it was meant. But it was funny. He, I mean, he one of them dudes who I guess he went. I think he did like 15 years.
Mm.
So all he talk about that I've seen so far is jail stuff, but it'd be funny as hell.
Mm.
What else did I do? Oh, I'd be watching reaction videos, and I'm like, yo, I don't know why we don't. Everybody don't get online and just do reaction videos and get paid. Like it'd be a little guy in the corner, and he watching somebody else's video, talking about somebody else's video, and they be having thousands upon thousands of views. They do be finding good stories, like. And I think this was fucked up. I watched one where it was a lady, right? Of the different of another color. She had she came over to a pool party or something like that, and everybody left, whatever. It was two dudes. They end up having a threesome with her.
Mm.
And I guess after that threesome, they dubbed her. And then she went around saying that she got raped. Or
Mm.
the R word, I'm sorry, excuse me. And that's not what really happened. But of course, the guys lost everything. And well, one of the guys, he was a police officer. He lost everything. And I guess they had like a ring cam or something, which recorded a lot of the stuff. And then they was proven innocent, but they still had to go through that whole process and lose everything. Like he no longer is a police officer. He lost his house and all that. And guess what? She couldn't. She couldn't. They didn't. Basically, I think they didn't what's the word? They didn't go after her because they were like, I guess they were saying that you can't go after the victim or whatever they want to call it, which is sad. Sometimes when you go to jail, yo, you can lose so much and it might not even be your fault, yo.
Mm-hmm.
But since you brought up the word ring camera, it made me think about something. Let me ask you a question. And both you six and Hutch. Um, how would you feel if your neighbor stole your package and you know your neighbor did it? Would you be able to still speak with your neighbor? Would you move? What would you do?
My new neighbor. Well, he ain't moved around and he stole. I ain't gonna say he stole my package. They delivered the package to him, and I knew he delivered. They delivered the package to him. So I knocked on the door, like, "Yo, where's my package?" It ain't nothing that was big. It was for my goddaughter, right? But my whole thing was, why would you take the package and open it when you knew it ain't had your name on it or the address? purpose of taking the package. So he like, yo man, I apologize. Somebody had away.
I
Yo,
think we lost.
I don't even talk to my neighbor. I talk to like two neighbors. One who cut my grass and my next door to my left of me. I don't talk to that man. I don't talk to him. Like he be trying to speak sometimes. I don't talk to him.
Mhm.
I got no rap for him.
I think that maybe in my younger time I might have opened somebody else's package and for whatever dumb reason. But you always they put things in place now. You know, they be taking pictures in front of the door. Um, so you forever gonna get caught. It's one of those dumb crimes. And at the end of the day, if it's an Amazon package, they're gonna replace it. But if you got to be next to somebody for 30 years and they do something like that, I don't think I'm really messing with them anymore.
Yeah, and that's it. And I asked it because that happened to it. It happened to me. No, I don't have to live next door to him, but unfortunately, somebody else in my family does. And the way you said it, six, they took a picture of the front door and took a picture of them laying it. And when I asked them, they were like, "No, didn't take it." So I showed them the picture, and they just gave me this 10-carat stupid look.
I mean,
But
that is a dumb
as
crime.
of yeah, so as of this day, it's 23 days later, and they still never returned the package.
They not. They got to stand on the lie.
Yeah.
If they come back and be like, "Here you go, haha, I was just playing," then they look really bad. So it's one of those situations where you got to stand on the lie, even though it looks stupid. But I mean, I wouldn't mess with that person at all. And I mean, I have a lot of neighbors that I don't speak to. I may say hi, but we just don't have a casual situation, and that's just because I mean, I'm socially awkward with people that I don't know. Now, I mean, that's gonna bite me in the butt when it snows. Ain't nobody gonna help me. But you know what? It could bite me. It could bite them in the butt too, because I ain't gonna help nobody either. Sorry. But then again, I'm fat and kind of out of shape, so digging up my snow was a lot. But
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too. That either way, something gonna come back and they're gonna get dealt with in another way, and I don't got to deal with them. But it's
yes,
still
God
just
sorts all of that out.
it's just really because what I think that my relative been living in that house 52 years. They've lived next to that person probably 40 of the 52.
I mean, they just gotta stand on the line. They just go. I remember back in the day. Sometimes we got to change things up for whatever reason. So this may or may not be real. But I remember living in apartments that had the Columbia disc, and maybe if you left your disc out and it was an apartment and I knew there was no cameras there, maybe I ended up with a couple extra CDs. But I mean, you young. But the times have changed. They have put security blankets on everything. Just like, I mean, back in the day when you used to be able to go to the gas station and fill up and pump and peel, basically, like you fill up and you can be gone. But now they got the camera in your face. So you can't say, "No, that wasn't me." No, dog, I'm watching you do it. So I mean,
But
security wise, the world's getting better, but at the same time, criminals are getting better and thinking of more things, because I never ever thought that I would put my card in the little thing and somebody be stealing my card information right from the register. That's crazy.
true, but you
But
gotta understand, like, if you have nothing, if you have everything to lose, you're not gonna be out here doing no petty shit, still in the package. Now,
Yeah.
if you have nothing to lose, yeah, you're gonna be outside. I mean, you're gonna be out there like a pirate, like what they call them. They call them the pirates. You're gonna be out there battling for packages. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be battling for packages. But I don't see myself battling for packages. Yo, you know how it's many of days I have left a package on my porch for weeks and weeks, and nobody has came and took it. Thank God to this day.
Yeah.
But I just don't understand. Like, and I got a camera on the front and the back. But some people don't care about that. I know somebody across the street who got that whistle, whoop whoop. You're being watched. People don't care about that shit either.
I
It's a
mean,
deterrent. It's a deterrent. That's all it is. It's a deterrent.
yes. So I mean, out here in the country, we got our own alarm systems. Well, not alarm system, but my package watchers. Because there might be a snake on that side, there might not. So if you bold enough to walk all the way around here outside of the weeds, good luck, because I don't even take that risk.
You still ain't cut those weeds down. Didn't you have an incident with a snake because of the weeds?
The thing about it is weeds grow back all the time. And I feel like in my house, right? I feel like, my joint was built like it was the last one in the neighborhood, pandemic over, this and that, right? I feel like these guys took some shortcuts. I feel like when they made my flower bed, they didn't put that weed barrier down. Because I could watch everybody else's house, and I'd be like, they don't never have no weeds. My joint just pop up like every day, like it's ridiculous. And when you contact the right person, they be like, yo, I want like 1,000. You be like, what? For this? So I wait till it gets a little bit cold. I spray that weed killer, and I go down there and I take it out myself. But,
good job.
Nah, that's on whack. I hate it.
Yeah. Well, I know we're not supposed to talk politics, and I'm not going to talk it, but I'm just going to say that I really enjoyed the DNC. So I think it was very different. The first time I felt energetic.
Yeah, it was good. Speaking of,
I'm not feeling it. You're not
feeling it? Yo, I got killed in Facebook in the group the other day, and I'm gonna say his name, Linwood. I posted because I just take pictures and stuff from everywhere, right? So I guess this one said it had Oprah and it had Michelle Obama, and it just said, this person is worth $7 billion. This person's worth such and such million, and they're up here. They're telling you don't trust a rich person. And this dude Linwood came through. Oh, you're so disrespectful. Da, 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 da. I'm like, all right. So then he said something more. So then I was like, he said, these people come here, they like crabs in a barrel, this and that, right? And I say to him, how do you know who made this? He was like, this is a black group, right? In my head, I looked at him and I said, this dude, and I ain't gonna do it. I'm not gonna be disrespectful. So I just left him alone. I ain't saying nothing more, but I was heated. I ain't gonna front. But then I did see some real disrespectful stuff. Like I seen the dude Hulk Hogan, and this was sad. He asked a group of people like, should I slam somebody? And they like, yeah. And he's like, should I slam Kamala Harris? And they're like, yeah. I was like, yo, that is disrespectful. And I feel like that should be a threat.
Both of them things are shit shows. You got Hogan. You got all these people being a part of something political that's serious to a lot of people. My whole thing with the DNC is, yo, why are we partying? Like, you got so many people, DJ Cassidy and all these. Why are we partying? Lil Jon, what are we doing? Are we really like? Is this really like people fight waiting to do something right for the country. Like this,
No, they
like
trying to get that
America
young
is the
vote.
most man. America's the most fucked up, dumbass
No
place
comment.
ever.
I'm not in this. No comment. Never heard that.
I'm saying what I gotta say. America's dumb as shit.
I don't know nothing. I love America. God
I
bless
ain't,
America.
I ain't never say I don't love America. I ain't never say I ain't love America. But this fucking country is dumb as shit. We're the laughing stock of the world.
Yeah, it's a mark. It's definitely marketing, and I don't know if anybody knows how to go about it right. Like
Kids, man, they doing it for the kids. They doing it for the kids. That's all they doing it for.
because she don't have. I don't think that she has a core base yet, and other dude has a super core base. So they trying to find her a core base, and they're like, "Yo, that market is kind of untapped." Now, what I did see in that show that was, I thought this was really really dope. Is on the last day there was a young dude. He was like 26, and I guess he's the first millennial or either Gen Zer to be in Congress, and I thought that was awesome. He was mad energetic, and I was like, man, that's kind of cool. Like I wish at those times I had the sense enough to do something and be a somebody instead of like I wanted to be a rapper. Like this dude's a real life politician. He might be able to make some type of change. I thought that was awesome.
Well, I just feel like it all comes from your household as well. You got young kids out here, you know, that want to be preachers. You got young kids out here who want to be politicians. You got young kids out here. It's all about how you were raised and how you were groomed to do this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, you might have came from a household of a single mother who, yeah, this is you know the mother hustle. So you might have got that hustle from your mother because she's a single mother and she's showing, yeah, this is what we doing. We about to get this money the best way we know how.
Yeah.
Might got a household that's mother, father. The mother is a doctor. The father ain't a piece of shit. And you just choosing which side you're gonna go on. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, yeah, you got
All
them
right.
folks that want to be politicians because they might want to change something for America, or they might just say, "Fuck it." If I can see Trump doing it, why can't I do it too?
Yeah. So real quick, for everybody on this call or whatever we want to call this, if you know what you knew now, and you could have groomed one of your childs or your children to be something in a certain type of field, what would you groom them to have been?
Dentist, a doctor.
Yeah.
Yo, you ever go to the doctor? The doctor give you all this. If you late, you're gonna have to be scheduled. Da 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 da. And as soon as you get in the doctor's office, they take your vitals. The doctor come in, touch here, touch there, touch there. Boom. Here your work note. Here your prescription. Yada yada. Go ahead, reschedule for 2 months, 3 months. They in there less than 20 minutes.
Yeah.
So, when I was younger, my father always wanted me to be a doctor. I wasn't for that because I'm like, man, I don't want to be in school all this time, whatever it can be. But now as I see, they're getting paid to just they ain't doing shit but working with the pharmacies.
Yeah.
Everything is a Google. Everything is they go back there. They you know what I'm saying? Everything is pre-scripted. Everything is pre-wrote already. Ain't nobody doing no typing no more.
Yeah. I look at doctors. Well, of course, I'm IT, but I look at the way doctors do what they do very similar to IT. Like they just troubleshoot. Your body is the computer, and they're just troubleshooting it.
Mm-hmm.
And after a while, if you see something so many times, you're able to easily point that out. Like, oh, your balls itch. You got syphilis, bro. There, you need this. Now, sometimes it gets difficult, and that's your different level of IT. Sometimes it get real difficult, and a specialist can look at it. He'd be like, "Yo, this is happening, then it's an if then statement. If you got a cough and you can't feel your mouth, then you got COVID. You know what I'm saying? It's just like an if then statement, and they go with that. And then when they say come back in 2 weeks, they just want to see if their diagnosis really worked. And then they'll re-diagnose you like, oh, it didn't work. Okay, well, if I gave you the antidote to this, and you have now an ear infection and this and that, then it's got to be this.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so I mean that's cool. What about you, Sharp Lady? What you would have your kids be doing?
Actually, I probably would have them be a lawyer, because for me, I find that the more simpler than being a doctor. I can get $500 just to write a little note and send it.
A script.
Yeah,
Yeah,
A lawyer.
yeah, I can. Yeah, I can just send. Yeah, I can. Or for me to make or I charge $1,000 just to make a phone call.
Yo, let me tell you something. The other day, I'm sitting there. The lawyer comes in and they want to see a certain person, whatever case may be, The person they want to see him. You know what the lawyer said? Oh well, I'm paid already. Walked out. You know what I'm saying? So, as you just said, with IT and doctors, they all do the same thing. It's a script. This person got a gun, right? So, okay, that person got a gun. I got him 5 years, or I got him 3 years, or I got him probation. I'm going to do the same thing. It's the same script I'm going to use.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep on doing it. And if I keep on winning, I'm good to go.
Yo, it's a lot of people out here who have the same script. Like, yo, I used to deal with this wedding guy, right? And I ain't gonna front. I mean, yo, his weddings are absolutely beautiful. But as the more I go to him, I realize all he's doing is the same thing. He just flipping and bouncing something, but it's really the same. And if you got a good product that somebody only does one time, you can go ahead and do that same thing over and over and over.
Over and over and over.
Yeah.
You just change the color up and you just throw something a little different.
Look at the promoters. Look at the promoters, right? When did we start having paper? What is it? Paper towel wars, paper tissue wars, whatever it may be. When did we start doing that?
I don't know the paper
I'm
tissue.
I'm buying paper to throw on the floor. And that's a party now? That's a theme party now? Or the sign wars? When did we start doing those type of things? You know what I'm saying? So again, if it works, cool.
If it works, why change it? I guess that's what everybody's thinking.
Look at the guy. What's the guy name? What's the guy? What kind of party? What's the party he doing? What's the
all white parties?
No,
the all white.
Not a guy. We're Pastor with. What's the party called? Damn.
Oh, Beats and Bingo.
Beats and Bingo. I ain't never heard nobody playing bingo, but I see the beats and the dancing. So I ain't never been to a party, but I never hear nobody talk about I won at bingo at that party.
Yeah,
but he has found something, and now he's traveling with it. So you know what I'm saying, like,
yeah. I mean, just like trap karaoke. I mean, only so many songs you can play. Speaking of, if you on this show, you need to watch the Juvenile Tiny Desktop. That joint was banging.
Yeah, I saw that.
And it made me feel like, yo, Juvie was dope.
He was.
I didn't watch it, so I'm gonna watch it. So don't spoil it.
And the SWV one was good. I didn't know they had that many hits.
We've come from an era where music can be really played.
Yeah, like I was bopping to that joint.
You can't take I don't care what I forgot who was the last one as well. Rap. Even Jeezy was good, but you can't take no rap song and turn into with beats, live instruments. Not these days. You can't. Ain't no way you can turn Get It Sexy and have orchestra playing and live beat playing. You can't do that shit.
No. Well, our quickie time is almost over, and I Pastor's not here today, so I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my weekend story with God and church. So recently, I stay having some stuff happening. I just don't always talk about it, but I stay having boom, 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 boom on top of it. So this week I had something like lift off my shoulders that I was scared about, even though I still got more, but still, like this thing stressed me out. And I'm telling you, I pray all day, every day. I wake up in the middle of the night like, Jesus, da, 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 and I can't sleep. You know what I'm saying? I still be in prayer mode. So I had that thing lift off my chest, and I went to church on Sunday, and the pastor, he was talking about, God being there at the right place, the right time, and stuff like that. And it was like it. I mean, I was in church, and sometimes your mind get to slipping, and I was just thinking like, yo, he do this for me all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I be really sometimes under the gun. You know what I'm saying? And I know for a fact that ain't no reason why I get so lucky without God. You know what I'm saying? So I equate that to, of course, the footprint story. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm looking at the sand and his feet right there every time. And I'm like, even though sometimes I have the devil on my shoulders and I have God on my shoulders, and sometimes I might laugh and joke about the situation. But, I really wanted to say, like, yo, I know God don't play about me. You know what I'm saying? I really know that. And I just wanted to take a second, to talk about how much I really appreciate him. And he does more than just that. Like, it's emotional and scary at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Because don't know what the future holds, but I know, as long as you walk with him, he gonna make sure everything all right. And even if you think it's not all right, he gonna make sure you will need to be at the time you need to be there.
Amen.
Amen.
On that note, I'm gonna close out for the day. It's 7:03. Everybody get your hour back. Do what you do. Next week, hopefully, we can have more crew on. And maybe get back to business or try to find some interesting stuff to talk about. So I appreciate everybody who may not tune in right now to watch the shop, may watch it on YouTube, might catch it on somebody's page, but yeah, we do appreciate you all. No, I know I'm out. Anybody got anything else?
Nope. Everybody just have a blessed remaining of the
I
week.
just,
Be safe out here.
I just,
It's a holiday weekend.
I don't know if y'all can hear me. Can y'all hear me? Yeah.
Mhm.
I just want to say, that was a good closeout. But I also want to tell people that we are in the times of big depression. Big depression.
Mm-hmm.
So you never know what people are going through. You never know what these smiling faces are holding under them. You never know what the mask. It's a mask. A lot of people have a mask on, y'all. And I emphasize mask because you never know what is under the mask. When they get home and they're not around people anymore and the mask comes off, and yeah, they breathing for a little bit, but their heart is pounding, their mind is racing, they can't sleep, they can't eat. You never know what people are going through. So I've said it before, I'm gonna say it again. Just check on people. Regardless of what may look on the outside, you never know what is going on the inside. You never know what people are going through in their life. They might have a good ass spouse. They might have a good ass job. They might have a good ass house, a good ass living. Kids might be good, but you never know, besides the material and all the happiness, what people are going through. So I just want y'all to really think about others sometime and not all about yourself. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
Make sure that you just check on. They don't even got to be your loved one. If you see somebody, your coworker, it's all about a difference in changes with people. So if you see somebody one day happy go lucky, and next moment they not really talking, or maybe they're just really too happy, just even still just check on them, y'all. Anxiety, depression, a lot of these things are big out here. You know, it wasn't big when we were younger, but those things are coming
Mm-hmm.
full head. And again, another thing, y'all, real quick. These kids are back in school. Make sure you talk to your kids about bullying or even being bullied. If they are bullying, make sure you talk to them and let them know it's not good to be bullying people. And if they are getting bullied, like I tell my son, I tell him this as he's going to school. Do not put your hands on nobody. Don't let nobody put their hands on you. But
Mm-hmm.
you have the right to defend yourself. So stop coddling and babying these kids, but also talk to these kids and let them know that it's okay to defend yourself. It's okay. It's also okay to talk and say what's going on at school. So those are the two things I'm gonna leave y'all with. Depression, you never know what somebody's going through. Talk to people, and also schools are now in session. We are in basically in Central Maryland as the third day of school. We have 100 and I believe 79 to go. I believe no, I'm sorry, 77 to go. Um, y'all make sure y'all talk to y'all kids when they go to school. I don't care what grade they are, college, 10th grade, 11th grade, high school, middle school, pre-K. Just talk to y'all children. Talk to y'all children. Talk to y'all children. Get to know your children. Because once they leave our doors for those few hours, 6 hours or so, 7 hours, we never know what's going on in them school buildings. So when they come home, I'm telling you, some kids be out there. Some kids be out there really bullying and torturing other kids. As we
Yeah.
seen last year, I think a year and a half ago, they called him Baby Killer, whatever his name was, who went on that bus and tried to kill that little boy in PG County. And them bullets did not come out that gun. That gun jammed. So now he's facing 25 years of his life going to be gone because he want to be a bully, basically. So talk to y'all kids, man. I know I ain't been on here in a while. Things be going on. As they say these days, life be lifing, but I'm always around. Anybody can inbox me if they got something to say. If they feel like something going on in their life. No, I'm not a therapist. No, I'm not no those, people, but I can lend you my ear. You know what I'm saying? So y'all be safe out here. A lot of people are even in adult worlds. When you at work, it's coworkers that bully y'all. Y'all can act like y'all don't know what's happening, but it's coworkers out here that bully as well.
Miss
Bosses,
Jones be a bully.
supervisors that bully as well. And it's okay to tell your supervisor, I'm gonna say it my way, but we have to be professional. Back the fuck up. Be professional when you saying what you're saying, but also notate it. Because it's bosses, supervisors, managers, even coworkers that's bullying. So y'all be out here, y'all protect yourself, y'all have a good rest of y'all week. The weekend is upon y'all. I don't know really what a weekend is from since I've been a child because I've always worked. So it is what it is. Y'all be out here, y'all take care of yourselves. Y'all stay off the phone when y'all crossing the street. And y'all have a good rest of y'all week. Enjoy y'all weekend. It's a holiday weekend. Anybody having a cookout out there, they want to invite the shop, good folks, inboxes. We'll come through.
All right. All right, folks. Next week, I think we're gonna be here same time. and hopefully we have the whole team here. So have a blessed week, everybody.
If not, throw your resume in. We'll bring you on. All right, y'all. Peace out.